Republicans in the U.S. Senate are holding firm on their promise not to help Democrats increase the federal debt ceiling.
The move takes the country one step closer to a government shutdown. News on 6's Alex Cameron is following the latest developments from our exclusive Washington bureau.
Well, the Republicans say since the Democrats won't accept any of their input on any of the big spending bills they're proposing, then they alone can increase the debt limit. And if there's a government shutdown, it will be the Democrats' fault.
This is a totally Democratic government. They have an obligation to raise the debt ceiling.
An obligation, Minority Leader McConnell says, because only the president and Democrats support increasing the national debt by spending trillions of dollars on a human infrastructure package. Oklahoma senators agree. Senator Langford joining McConnell in saying if the Democrats are comfortable using budget reconciliation to pass their tax and spend bill, they can also use it to raise the debt ceiling.
They have the ability to be able to do it on their own. Democrats have control of the House, the Senate, and the White House, and they've shown a willingness just to be able to run over half of the American people and to say, we don't care what you think.
Democrats continue to argue raising the debt limit so that the government doesn't default on its loans has always been a shared responsibility, that they joined Republicans in doing so 3 times under President Trump.
Every single member of this chamber is going to go on record as to whether they support keeping the government open and averting a default, or support shutting us down and careening our country towards a first ever default.
Republicans say by itself they would support a continuing resolution to keep the government open. But by combining it with a debt increase, Democrats knowingly threw away any hope of bipartisan support.
Are you willing to let the government shut down, all of you?
I am not going to vote to raise the debt ceiling. All right, this is a decision the Democrats are going to make.
This is a bit like a political game of chicken, both sides driving the economy towards a cliff. We'll see if either side is willing to hit the brakes this week. From our Washington bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.